Alright, so this video we're going to look at compound interest, and it says if P dollars are invested at interest rate I per period, then the compound amount or future value A after n compounding periods is A equals P times 1 plus I raised to the n. Alright, R is the interest rate, and I know you don't see the R here, but we're gonna use it. M is the number of compounding periods per year. I'll talk about that in a minute. T equals the number of years, and I is equal to R over M, and N is M over T. So that tells us how to calculate I and N. Okay, so that's why we have what R and T are, and M. All right, so in some of the textbooks, you may see the formula written a little different than this. What they'll actually do, instead of using I and N, they'll actually write it out like this: 1 plus R over M raised to the M times T. They'll write it like this, but all we're doing here is just this. We're saying that's I, and we're saying this is N. So we'll actually calculate these and just plug them into here. Okay, it all works out the same. I just think it's a little bit easier like this, because in some of the other formulas later on they actually use the I. All right, so let's talk about number of compounding periods per year. So the interest, it can be compounded annually, it can be compounded semi-annually, quarterly, daily, monthly. So for M, if it's compounded annually, M is equal to 1. If it's compounded semi-annually, M is equal to 2. Quarterly, M is equal to 4. Monthly, M is equal to 12. And daily, M is typically equal to 365. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on our examples. All right, so here it says find the compound amount and interest earned for each of the following deposits. All right, so let's go ahead and just write our formula down. So we've got A is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to the n. So we need to figure out what everything is, so we can just plug it into our formula. So here I have P is equal to $1,000. Okay. R is equal to 0.06. M is equal, well, it's compounded annually, so M is 1. Okay. Now we can get I. I, remember, that's R over M, which is 0.06 over 1, which equals 0.06. N is M times T, which is 1, because it's, remember, compounded annually, M is 1. So 1 times, and then the number of years, 10. All right, so, and that equals 10. So we have everything we need. So we have the 1,000 to plug in, we've got the 0.06 to plug in for I, and we have the 10 to plug in for N. So now we can calculate our compound interest. So A is equal to 1,000 times 1 plus 0.06 raised to the 10th. So I plug the 0.06 in for I and the 10 in for N. And so that's going to give me A is equal to, now the best way to do this is, well, we know 1 plus 0.06, that's 1.06. Raise that to the 10th power, hit equals on your calculator, and then times 1,000. And that is going to give us an answer. I'm going to write it out here. That's going to be $1,790.84. So that's the compound amount. But notice they also want us to calculate the interest earned. So the interest earned, well, that would be the compound amount minus the amount you deposited. So that's going to be the 1790.84 minus 1000. And so that would give us I is equal to $790.84. Okay? And remember, when you're dealing with money, actually, I didn't round that correct. Let's see, that should be, round it to two decimals, that would be 0.85. So we'll change this, that'll be 85 cents. Okay, so when you're dealing with money, round it to two decimal places. All right, so let's look at the next one. All right, let's write our formula down again. A is equal to P times 1 plus I to the N. All right, so we've got $15,000 at 4.6% compounded semi-annually for 11 years. All right, so we have P is equal to 15,000, and let's go ahead and get R and M. So R is 0.046. M is equal to semi-annually, so M is 2. Okay, and so now I can get I, which is R over M, which is 0.046 over 2, which that's going to be 0.023. And then N is equal to M times T, which is M is 2 times T, which is 11 years, and that's equal to 22. All right. So now, once again, we have P, we have I to plug in, and we have N to plug into our formula. So we get A is equal to 15,000 times 1 plus 0.023 raised to the 22. And so that is going to give us, well, that's 1.023 raised to the 22nd equals, and then times 15,000. So that will give us 24,737 and 47 cents. Okay. All right, so that's the compound amount. Now they want us to find the interest earned. So the interest is just the compound amount minus the original amount we deposited. So that's 24,737 and 47 cents. This is a decimal here. Okay, minus the 15,000. And so the interest earned is 9737 $9,737.47. Okay. All right, so for this video, let's look at one more, and then we'll do this one. This one's actually where we'll calculate the interest rate. And then here we have a word problem. I'll do problems 4 and 5 in a second video, because we're running up on close to 9 minutes. All right, so let's look at this one, quarterly. So let's write our formula down. A is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to the N. So let's see what we've got. We've got P is equal to 6,500. Okay, I've got R is 0.045, 4.5%. Put it as a decimal. Compounded quarterly, so M is 4. So now I can get I is equal to R over M, which is 0.045 over 4. 45 divided by 4. That is equal to 0.01125. And then N is M times T. So that's going to be M, which is 4, times T, which is the number of years. That's 8 years. And so that's going to give me 32. All right, so let's go ahead and plug everything in. So I get A is equal to 6,500 times 1 plus 0.01125 raised to the 32nd. And so now I have 1.01125 raised to the 32nd equals, and then times 6,500. And so that's going to give me $9,297.93. So there is the compound amount. And then they want the interest, so that's the compound amount minus the principal. So the interest is $9,297.93 minus the 6,500. And so let's see what we get there. That is $2,797.93. Okay. All right, so I hope this video helped. Check out the second part of the video. I'll work number 4 and number 5 in those. So actually here we'll be, like I said, we'll be calculating the interest rate there. All right, so hopefully it helped. Give me a like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.